all for my ICT Learning YouTube channel. So today let's learn how we can do the number of calculation using these formulas. You can see division, asterisk is for multiplication, plus is for addition. You can add values using this, subtraction that you can minus values. Right, starting from this cell G2, we'll do how we can use these formulas. First of all, you must give equal or plus sign to start this calculation. Then move your cursor to this position C2, it's number 20. Then give the formula. Now I need to divide this cell, division by 10. Then press enter. You can get the answer as 2. Right, the same way you only need to change this sign, multiplication sign for next position. Move the cursor to the cell, equal, number 10. Right now my cursor is on C3 cell. Give this sign, multiplication sign on your keyboard. Shift and number 8 for multiply this value by 10. It's C3. Right now in the formula bar you can see this formula is C3 into E3. So then press enter. You can see the multiplication sign how you can use with this formula. C3 into E3, it's 100. Right, the same way let's see how we can add these values. 10 plus 10. First of all, starting from equal sign, move the cursor to this cell C4, then plus sign, shift and number 1, then move the cursor to this position 10, 10 plus 10. So you can press enter, it's 20. The same way we'll do how we can subtract the value. Place the equal sign here, move the cursor to this cell C5. So I need to give the minus sign, minus by this cell, enter. You can see the formula bar, how your formula is going to change. It's vary according to the formula you give. Right, let's say now we are going to change this value in this C, column C. So if you change this value, your answer become change. Likewise, if you change the value figures, you can get the answer automatically because you have already given the formula here. The same way, if you change the value in this cell, you can get update the answer here. So this is the very basic formula that you can use in Excel. It's division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Right. So I introduce you to using the keyboard by applying the equal sign. The same way you can use using this under the home menu. You can see the formula tab. In the drop down, if you select this drop down corner on your editing group, you can see the number of formulas here: sum, average, count, max, min, and there are furthermore functions you can see when you click more functions. Right, let's see how we can use this sum functions. Sum is for get the total value of this number of cells. Let's say I need to get the total value of these cells, right? So you can I'll tell you to use using the keyboard, equal, type sum, open bracket, move the cursor to the first cell. Now you can see the marquee line is highlighting in G5 cell. Now your position is, your cursor is on G5, right? Marquee line is there. So you only need to highlight from G5 to G2. Then close bracket, enter. This is how you can give the calculation using the keyboard. Let I show you. I will get the on-screen keyboard to get to use how you can give the formula using the keyboard. Right now my keyboard is here. Again I'm going to show you how you can give this sum function. So first of all, equal sign, type SUM, right? Now press shift and open bracket. Then I need to get the answer from G5 to G2. Either you can highlight from bottom to top or else from top to bottom. Highlight the entire column, then shift and close the bracket. Right, now press enter key. This is how you can get the answer for this cells total for this entire row. Right, the same way I just need to get the average of this total. I'm going to type average here. Let's see how we can get the average of this number of cells. Right here, the same way you can type equal average so I'm going to change this. Now average is already there, so you don't want to type again. You can select average straight away. Now I must use open bracket, shift and open bracket. Now I'm going to highlight from top to bottom. These are the cells I need to get the average total. Again, close bracket, enter. This is how you can use the Excel formula, right? Now this is the average value of this entire row. Okay, so that is how you already got the answer for this sum and average. Again here I am going to show you how you can give the sum function using this home menu. On your right side you can see the sum sigma sign here, this drop down. Click this sum function, highlight the cell from G2 using the left mouse click. You can see the marquee line there. Just drag up to here. Right. You already got the answer. Press enter. This is sum. So I must need to again get the calculation for the average the same way. In the drop down there you can see the average command for this. Select average. Right now there you can see the marquee lines highlighted there, but never mind, you don't want to worry about that. Just keep your mouse pointer to the position where you need to get the average value starting from here G2. Click here from G2 to G5. Okay, now press enter. This is your average value of these cells. So like the same way, let's say if someone asks, so I'm going to give the space in between these two columns. So right, if you need to insert the additional row in between this number of cell 5 and 6 in between, I'm going to right mouse click, insert. Right, you can see the new row inserted. Right now I need to get the sum. Max. Max means I need to get the maximum value of this entire row. Now I can see I have 4 number of rows. Let's see how we can get the maximum value of this row. The same way there you can see in the drop down sigma sign max, or else you can type using the keyboard equal max and open bracket like I shown you earlier. Right, I'm going to use this formula first. Select max. Now I just need to highlight from G2 to G5 because I need to get the maximum value out of this line. Highlight, then press enter. Right, maximum value out of this number of cells is 300. The same way you can get the minimum value. Right, let's see how we can use. There you can see the min for that. Select min, highlight from G2 to G5, press enter. You can see the minimum value of this number of cells. Right. This is how you can use the simple calculation when you work with the spreadsheet, right? So let's go to the calculation starting from tips and tricks program. There I will show you before that we'll start to use from this worksheet first. Now here in the worksheet you can see the maths, the answers for this class, history, the marks of this grade, and English, right? So we need to get the total value, total of this number of cells. Now here in class A, what you need to do is using the sum function, we need to get the total value of this marks. So either you can use the keyboard using equal sum, or else using this sigma sign you can apply straight away. Select sum. You can see the marking lines already highlighted from B to D, right? You can press enter, or else you can again, if you need to highlight the differences, you can move the cursor to the position where you need to get the total, and likewise you can show, or else you can highlight the cells for these subjects, and you can press enter, right? The answer is 222. The same way, if you need to get the total value of this class F grade, the same way using this sigma, press enter. Likewise, you don't want to keep on using the sigma sign. From here you can copy. You can see the dot edge of this right corner. Move the cursor, then your cursor become black plus sign. So drag it down. Right, you can see the total of these subjects in this particular class. Right? This is the total. Right. Now let's say they need to get the 35 percentage out of this total. So in my first lesson, I have already given you how you need to give the percentage, how you need to calculate the percentage value. Let's start again. I'll show you how you can give using the keyboard. Use equal sign, move the cursor to the total value, then type, give the multiplication sign, move the cursor to the percentage position, 35 percentage, or else you can straight away type 35%, right? Okay, now you have already given not the cell address but the value 35 percentage, so you can easily copy this calculation down. It will automatically give the calculation for this. So let's say if you have applied the bigger worksheet, and later if you need to change this percentage, say 75, so what is the advantage by using the cell address without typing the 75 percentage like you have given here? The advantage is very easily you can change this value if you have used the formula like this: equal sign, total, give the multiplication sign, and move the cursor to the position. It's F3, my 75 percentage value existing in F3 cell. So press enter, right? Right. Now before copy this value down, I already shown you how you have to use the fixed math calculator, that's dollar sign. So because this is constant value 75 percentage, this value we need to calculate, we need to apply for this number of cells. So when you copy it down, the cell becomes change, it will copy, it will get the next value when you use the multiplication sign. So what you need to do is, after when you use this calculation in your very first cell, that is E4 into F3, get your active cell on your formula bar, place the cursor on top of this S, then press F4 function key to fix this cell, or else you can type dollar sign in between F like this. Then you are going to lock this cell. This is the math operator calculator to lock the cell in between this. So if you copy it down, it will automatically multiply only with this F3 cell. Right, now later let's say if you are going to change this percentage, say 20, it will automatically update the value. This is how you can apply the cell reference math calculator for F4 function key. Right, in your next column there you need to give the different type of calculation. Now you know the very basic level starting from addition, multiplication, division and percentage. You know how you need to apply this operator when you are using work with the values. Right, let's see how we can use this formula to get the answer. Now we need to get the calculator using this B2 formula, B2 plus C2. B2 is this cell plus C2. Then we need to get the 5% of these values, and after that we need to add D2 cell. Let's see how we can apply that formula in this cell. First of all, using the keyboard, give equal sign, move the cursor to this cell B2, right? Now it's asked to give the add plus sign. I am going to use plus sign and move the cursor to the C2 cell. That's this cell, right? After that, we need to give the percentage. We need to add 5%. So, in normally when you calculate plus and multiplication sign or whatever the percentage together, you have to give the bracket in between this two cells, because the operator is now going to change, because we are going to apply 5% after when we add B4 and C4 cell. So I am going to give 5%. Right. After that only we are going to add this cell, that is English column, English grade A, class A cell, that is the value we can see in D4 cell, that's 88. So I'm going to place the cursor here. So before place the cursor, what you need to do is you need to add, give the plus sign and move the cursor to this cell D4. Right, now press enter. You can see the answer for this cell B4 plus C4, right, into 5% multiplied by 5%. Then we have already given the addition plus sign with D4, right, enter key. Again I'm going to show you how you can give this calculation using the keyboard. Right, first of all locate your cursor to this cell C4, give the equal sign, move the cursor to this cell B4. Right, I'm going to use the plus sign here. So shift and plus sign with this cell, that's C4. Right, now I have already added these two columns. Now what you need to do is you place the cursor, because you are going to give the you have to calculate the percentage after when you add these two columns B4 and C4. So when you use a different calculation plus with the after when you add number of cells, or after when you minus this number of cells, if you are going to change your operator to multiply or to get the division, you better keep open bracket, otherwise your answer will be wrong. So I'm going to use open bracket here and close bracket, because we need to get the percentage after when you add these two columns. Right, then what you need to do is you need to multiply and get the 5%. So I'm going to give the multiplication sign and straight away you can type 5%, 5%. Right, Then you need to add this total, that is D4, number 88. So I must use plus sign again, move the cursor to this cell, then press enter. Right. Now I have already given my calculation there, right? So again and again you don't want to give the same calculation here. Easily you can copy it down, drag this corner to this entire cells, right? This is how you can apply the different number of calculator, math operator by mixing with all plus and percentage, right? Okay, we will start with this formula. Now you know how you have applied with this formula by including with plus and percentage. Now little bit advanced. Now we will start with this column. Okay, using this equal sign, the same way you can apply the calculation. Now here it asks within the bracket, get the sum value from B4 to C4. That is from this cell B4 to C4. Right, now it's asked to get the percentage. So we can do one thing. At very first time you can apply open bracket here, or else you can keep on adding this percentage and all those calculation. After that you can give the brackets, right? Okay, we will do like this. Now I already highlight this marquee line and give the formula to add B4 to C4. Okay, now I need to multiply with the percentage value. So here in the formula bar, I'm going to give the multiplication sign and the percentage of this value to percentage. Okay, now first step is over. Now again it's asked to add. So again I'm going to give plus sign. Then D4 to E4. That is this D4 to E4. Right, total. Okay. Then after that it will ask to get the 5 percentage of this total. After when this total add, it will ask to get the calculation. Okay, we can give the bracket later. So I'm going to give the multiplication sign here and give the percentage value. Okay, now my formula is over. Now if I press enter, you can get the answer saying 6.18. I'm going to erase this additional part. I will delete this column. Okay. Now you can see the answer become 6.18, but I didn't use my open bracket here because the like I mentioned earlier, if you didn't apply the open bracket in between these two cells, what it will give you, what it will multiply is this 2 percentage value will multiply with C4. Then after that it will add with B4. That's why I'm going to apply the bracket. First of all, add these two cells first, B4 to C4. After that only you have to multiply with 2 percentage. That's the main ambition of this total. If you add these two values B4 to C4, if you get the some answer of this value only, after that only you have to give the percentage of this function, right? Then after that you need to add this D4 and E4. So I'm going to apply again open bracket and close bracket, right? After when you add this total only, you have to multiply with the percentage value. Right. After that, both the answers it will add using this plus sign. Now let's see 6.18. Right. So this is the correct way of giving the formula by applying the brackets to the particular position, then the percentage. Okay, then you can easily copy it down. Right. Now this is the answer. Okay. Right. Now there are some more calculations that we have to do. Now sum and average, maximum. Now you're familiar to work with this, but I'll show you how you have to work with this again. Now sum function. I need to get the sum value of this from this entire line, right? E column, right? Place the cursor to the position in the sum cell. Select this drop down and use the sum formula here, sigma sign. Apply this entire value, right? Press enter. Now this is the sum of this entire value. Then average. Select this sign, average. Highlight this entire cell. Enter. Average of this line, maximum value of this line. Select max, highlight the cell, enter. This is the maximum value of this entire line. Right. We'll check the minimum value of this cell. Select min and highlight the range. You can get the minimum value here. Right. Count. Let's see how we can give the count. Count means what? We need to count the number of lines placed here. Right, for that we don't want to count. Let's use in the equal, type count, open bracket, then highlight the cells. It will give you the number of cell count here, 11. Or else you can use using this drop down. More functions. There you can see count function value starting from E4 to E4 to E14. Press OK. The same value you can get here. Right. Count if. Now let's see how we can use this count if. Little bit advanced now. Count if means now let's say we need to count if the class grade is F. If the class grade is F, the number of count, line count of this total. Count if, right? I am going to give within the bracket, get the number of count if the grade is F. This is the condition we need to give the calculation, right? Now I'm a little bit expand this column here by dragging the position, right? Count if. Let's see how we can use this function. Give the equal sign, type count if, right? You can press open bracket or else you can press straight away tab key, right? Count if. Now you need to highlight the range. Now see this tooltip here, you can see it's asked you highlight the range. Then you need to give the criteria. What is the criteria? My criteria is the grade F, because we need to get the count of this grade, right? Highlight the range from here to here, right? This is the entire range. Okay, now it's asked to give the comma here. In the tooltip you can see you have to give the comma. Then criteria, you are going to give the criteria here, right? Right. What is the criteria? Grade F. So within inverted, because we are going to give the character. If you are using the alphabetic value, you have to use within the inverted commas F. If you are using value, you don't want to use this inverted commas, right? Then close bracket, press enter. See count if. Count if value is 4. Let's see, is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. This is how you can use this count if function. Line count if the grade is F. So we can see 4 number of places that F grade is there. Right. What is count blank? It will count the blank line in between the cells, cell range. Right. So for that, the same way you have to use equal count blank. Here in the functions you can see count blank, press tab, or else you can straight away type open bracket. It will ask to highlight the range, so you only need to highlight the range to get the blank lines. how many number of blank lines you can see? 3. 1, 2, 3. If you erase in between, you can see it's 5, right? This is how you can use the Excel calculations. So I think this will be useful for your day-to-day work. If you have more questions, clarification, you can comment my box, and we will see you with the same set of calculation in my second Excel program. So please subscribe my channel and share with your colleagues. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.